Hello again and welcome. Well, today I'm going to be tackling this lovely piece of 5,000 plus year old bog oak that was dug up from the fens in Cambridgeshire here in the UK and was very kindly sent to me by Richard Mills. Now Richard has his own channel and I'll put a link in the description below to that. Now it is an awkward shape. It measures just over 11 inches at its widest point and about 7 inches deep, but there is a very noticeable dip here. So thanks to Pete Ravenscroft's suggestion, I'm going to cut on the bandsaw this piece off here, which will make the blank around the 4-inch deep for the bowl, and that'll give me a spindle blank which I can make something else out of later. So that's the plan. What I shall do is go over to the bandsaw now, and because of the awkwardness of this and it's not very safe in that orientation, I'm going to hot glue a couple of wedge blocks here to give it a bit more stability as I cut this piece off here. Okay, over to the bandsaw and then we'll get back to the lathe and start turning this 5,000-year-old bog oak bowl. So what I'm going to do is just rest it up against the fence, and as I said, you can see it's not very stable here. So I've just cut these two wedges out of a bit of scrap wood, and I'm going to place one there and one in there, and that'll make it nice and stable. So now I've cut this off, I've got a nice blank here that I'll be able to use for something, a spindle turning I would think, not sure what, we'll see how that develops. And now we've got a manageable bowl blank. This is going to be the inside of the bowl I think, and that's going to be the underneath. I'm going to put it between centres, and then I think I've got... So I've got the final shape on the outside now. There are some massive cracks, notably this one here, but I don't think that goes right through. If it does, I'm not bothered because it ends here and ends there, so even if I do go through, it should keep its integrity. It's not going to be a thin wall bowl for obvious reasons, but hopefully it'll turn out okay. So now I'm going to sand it, and sanding sealer, Yorkshire grit, Hampshire sheen. Then I'll spin him around, put him in the tenon into the Axminster C jaws, and when I've hollowed out the inside, providing it stays all together, then I'll put it into the button jaws and turn off the foot. So that's the plan. Right, I've had another look at this now and I've decided I'm going to fill this crack with shavings and CA, and hopefully that'll stabilise it then, so it won't have to be quite as thick a Waldt bowl as we were going to have. So I'll do that now, and all I do is place in the shavings, and then I'll use dental picks to get it right down in there. Just show you very briefly. I won't go through the whole process with you, and then put that down as far as it'll go, and then I'll put some thin CA in here, let that go off, put more shavings in and build it up, and should solidify that crack. Okay, so that's the outside finished. What I did, as I explained to you, I filled this big crack here with 4 layers actually of CA and shavings from the turning. This area here, I don't know whether it's punky or whatever, but it's just not taking a finish at all, but it's part of the character of the piece. And don't forget there was that big crack there. There's some lovely areas here. I've left these cracks natural as they are, and all in all, I think it's looking pretty good. After all, it is 5,000 years old, and it's not going to be perfect on the whole piece. Okay, we'll spin him around in the chuck now and take out the inside, and then the job will be almost done. Okay, so I've got the shape I want now, matching the outside contour. The width of the walls are about 10 mil, 12 mil maybe. I don't want to go any thinner than that. The crack is coming through here, and as on the outside. I don't mind having voids, but I have a feeling it might have cracked on me or broken on me. So, and even here where I filled from the outside with CA and shavings, it's come through here as well. So that crack would be right up here. So I think it's best, discretion is the better part of valor, cracking there as well. Okay, what remains to be done now is to sand it, seal it, Yorkshire grit, Hampshire sheen, and then I'll spin him around into the button jaws and take off the tenon, and we'll be done. Okay, so that's finished now. I'm quite pleased with the result. There is an area I just can't seem to get a shine on it. It's where that crack was. It's not exactly punky, but it has a strange texture to it, and I just can't get it smooth. However, it is what it is. I'm going to spin it round now, take the foot off, and the job will be done. Well, the bowl is finally finished. Excuse the headphones, but my lavalier mic is playing up, and I've had to wear my gear that I wear when I do a live. It ended up about 10 inches in diameter and just under 3.5 inches deep. I enjoyed turning it with regards to actually turning the wood, but it does create a terrific amount of mess. Very fine black dust, which is a warning, if you like, to any turners that are turning this to make sure you've got full PPE on your extraction system, and if you have it indeed, your air filtration system too. It's a very invasive dust. It is covering the whole workshop, and it's going to take me a good few hours to clean everything up. Um, I'm pleased with the shape, not 100% happy with the finish. 95% of it I'm happy with, the finish that is, but there is about 5% of the bowl which I just can't seem to get a decent finish on. I'll work on that a little bit and try some other things, but I have a feeling it's nature of the wood. After all said and done, it is 5,000 plus years old. A big thank you to Wood Turning with Dick for sending me the blank, and appreciate that. Dick has a channel, and I will put a link in the description below to his channel too. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you very soon. Cheers now.